What's up, YouTubers? So, I was not expecting to do this video, but let me ask you right away for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much for that. It's the best way to show support. If you end up enjoying the video, or even right now, also consider to leave a like. So guys, yesterday two amazing cards sold in Goldin. I'm talking about Messi 7 on B's Mega Cracks and Cristiano Ronaldo Mega Cracks 137, both in PSA 10, and if you are not aware, both are super iconic cards in the soccer card market. I would say probably top 3, top 5. What about prices? Basically, prices are the ones you are seeing on the screen. For Messi was 266k and for Cristiano Ronaldo 86k. So Cristiano Ronaldo seems down a good amount, but I will try to put that in perspective in a second. I thought, you know what, let's put things in perspective is something that I keep saying on this channel because I really believe is important. So let's go back to the past and let's take a look at the top sales for both players and what we can read on between the lines about all of this. And let's start with something that I believe is important. So in terms of rarity, the PSA 10 for Cristiano Ronaldo is actually 2 times more common, but in terms of price, the PSA 10 Messi is 3.1 times more expensive. Do I think this makes sense? Honestly, yes, because I think there is a separation between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo happening, and I would not be surprised if this increases in the future. But let's take a look at the Cristiano Ronaldo market. So the top sale for Cristiano Ronaldo was in October 2021 and was 312k. If we compare yesterday's sale with this one, Cristiano Ronaldo is down 72%. The previous sale to this one was in October 2022 and was 126k. This means the Cristiano Ronaldo market is 31% down comparing with the previous PSA 10. But what about the lowest sale since the one we had yesterday? And we have to go back to November 2020. And that was 37k. So putting in perspective, like I tend to say, Cristiano Ronaldo is actually up 82% if we compare with a more reasonable type of market, if you ask me. In 2015, this card was selling around 1k in a PSA 10, and of course, comparing with that, the growth is insane. But what about Lionel Messi? Okay. Lionel Messi is an interesting case. The top sale was in June 2021 and was 334k. Honestly, comparing with the Cristiano Ronaldo sale, this seems very low. What I mean with this, if the card is twice as rare, if the narrative for Messi is probably twice or even more as strong, I thought at the time the market was not pricing the 7 on Bs correctly. I actually felt this sale was really strong for Cristiano Ronaldo at 300k. But if we compare Lionel Messi with the top sale, Messi is down 23% right now. Look, 20%, 23% of course is still a lot, but nothing almost when we compare with Cristiano Ronaldo. So the previous sale to the one we had yesterday was in June 2022. I thought it was fun that both sales are exactly 1 year apart for Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. And the previous sales in June 2022 was 312k. If we compare with that one, the Messi card is down 15%. The lowest sale since the one we had yesterday was in September 2020 and was 117k. If we compare with that, the Messi card is up 127%. One thing that I also thought was interesting is we can clearly see the narrative end up changing a lot for Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo because compared to the top sale, they are selling almost for the same when Cristiano Ronaldo is twice as common. So you can see there is a separation. If we go back in time to 2014, this was 1k, similar to Cristiano Ronaldo. Our market was not that relevant, and of course the growth is also insane. Now, one thing that I want to do is let's go to Card Ladder and actually take a look at all the previous sales they have there and see the evolution of the market. Hey guys, quick pause on this one. Hope you are enjoying the video, but I want to share two things with you. The first is my Patreon community. If you love this type of videos, you probably love my content on Patreon. I put a new Q&A every week there, and I also put extra audio that you can call a podcast on Saturday. If you join Patreon right now, you have hours and hours and hours of content. It's actually quite crazy. Link below the video if you want to join. In this case, link on the description. The second thing is my Discord server. Amazing place to interact with me, amazing place to interact with other collectors to learn about the soccer card market. We are more than 900 members and we are growing super fast. Link also below the video, check both, and now let's continue with this one. Okay guys, so let's take a look at Cristiano Ronaldo. You can see that they are already reporting the 86k, but let's take a look at all sales and recently sold, and we can see that this is a continued drop in terms of prices. If we compare with this one, this was the top sale, we can see that the card have been going down and down and down. I don't think the narrative for Cristiano Ronaldo is getting any better, to be honest. I know some people think I'm hating on Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm Portuguese, so I actually love this guy. But I just think the separation with Messi is going to a level that is even difficult to predict at this point. The World Cup plays a huge role. The difference between Ballon d'Ors, I also think, is relevant and will be even more relevant if Lionel Messi wins the next one, even though that's not a certain thing. Let me take a look at one thing. I know they let you compare the pop growth, but actually I believe it's right there. So you can see that one thing that is interesting about the Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo actually have less rookies. Messi have 7 plus a couple of variations. Cristiano Ronaldo only have 2. And that can also play a factor for sure. But the type of buyer that is operating in the PSA 10 condition for both cards, I think does not care about that. The gem rate, they say, is 12%. They say there is 13%. I believe they are having in consideration probably also Beckett. But you can see there is actually 3 Beckett 10s, and that's quite crazy. There is also SEC 10. Population growth for the PSA, you can see since 2021, nothing ended up getting added to the pop, and I would say that's a good thing. But what about Lionel Messi? So let's put that right there. Let's put on a PSA 10. Let's take a look at previous sales and do some, try to make some sense of this. So I thought this was a bit more interesting because we can see the market for Messi, even on a PSA 10, is stronger because this was the top sale. You can see there is a drop, but next one, there is actually an increase. And after that, even very small, there is also an increase. And after that, there is an increase. So this one actually ended up going against the trend and is down. I was a bit not disappointed. I think it's still a lot of money, but Jeff Wilson and even other influencers, they've been talking about this card quite a lot. So I thought maybe there was some hope for this card to actually have not a comeback because the card was already going up, but to potentially even hit a new all-time high. Not end up happening. I thought the person that got this one probably will be very happy long run. Let's take a look at the pop. As you can see, it's quite lower. The gem rate is not even comparable. If you just look at the PSA, look, it's 3%. The gem rate is really low, even if the card is a bit more common. There is no SEC 10s, and the top graded packet is a 9.5. CSG, I guess there is a 4. In terms of pop growth, this is something I talked about in previous videos. The pop for a long time was 20, but there was a drop in 1. Not sure if this was a fake, not sure if this was one that PSA thought was overgraded and they ended up buying and taking out of the market. I have no idea. I thought PSA... I believe all the grading companies, not only PSA, they should be a bit more transparent with this type of stuff, especially in a card like this. One dropping out of the pop is a huge deal. But yeah, let's go back to the YouTube video and finalize my thoughts on this one. Let me just compare one thing with Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. Okay, the Cristiano Ronaldo card in a PSA 10. Yeah, I was just checking the market cap. 3 million versus 5 million. Kind of makes sense, but I honestly believe this gap will increase. I would not be surprised if Cristiano Ronaldo stays around 340 and Messi eventually goes to 6, 7, 8. I think that's very, very possible, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, let's go back to the video, and I want to share my final thoughts on this one. So guys, to finalize this, my final thoughts are quite simple. 6 months ago, I did a video with the title Price Gap with Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. And basically my perspective was that the separation between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo would be very obvious in 6 months, in 12 months, in a couple of years. And this is a video that is actually aging very well. I mean, not that I'm super happy with that, because I'm actually a huge fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, but it was quite obvious for me that the World Cup being the biggest trophy, the potentially next Ballon d'Or, Cristiano Ronaldo going to Saudi right now, even though at the time I did not know, but right now Messi going to America, that the market probably will react to that. And I got hate on that video. People said, you are crazy, Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed person on Instagram. And all of that is great, and I believe in the Cristiano Ronaldo market long run. But greatness is a bit different, and in terms of almost eye appealing of the game, I always thought Messi has more collectors, more fans. But it is what it is. It seems obvious to me right now, but was also obvious to me at the time. I understand it's very difficult to accept this separation, and I'm totally aware of that. That's why this is a very sensitive topic. And I don't want to get into debates who is the GOAT or not. The market is already saying very clear who is the GOAT. But seems to me this gap will keep increasing. If you think the gap for Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi is already too big, personal opinion, I think you will get disappointed in the future, since I expect to be even bigger, especially right now with Messi playing in America. But even if that was not the case, I think the narrative is too powerful for Lionel Messi. To finalize even more thoughts, let's go back to the first slide. And in reality, look, those sales, they are not incredible for any player. Of course, they are much worse for Cristiano Ronaldo, like we saw. But this is also a reflection of the market in general right now. I'm talking about the card market in general. I'm talking about all markets in general. I mean, if you look at crypto, if you look at the Wall Street, there is still a lot of fear. There is still the talk about recession is still very prevalent nowadays. So guys, do not forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It was a bit... I was not expecting to do it, to be honest, but I saw both sales and I thought, you know what, let's put something on YouTube to share my perspective on this. So if you enjoyed that, consider to leave a like. See you guys next time. Bye.